Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Stranded Alien Dawn. What we're seeing here probably is one of the last snowmans of this year or of the last year. It is a new year of course already, and it is spring as well. Temperatures increase right now, though we have a slight drop there once again because of that severe cold snap. So temperatures are 14 degrees lower than usual, and even with 14 degrees usual, we're sticking around -2, -3 degrees. So nothing too serious there right now because it's already that late into the winter, right? And yeah, we continue onwards right away. I would like to use this this warm, balmy weather right now with Quinn to do an expedition again. We haven't done one of those in a long time, and there's a peculiar crash site over there that I can send someone over. A sizable chunk of a spaceship fell in this area. There is something peculiar about its shape. So, I hope probably a new survivor. That would be great. Crash sites usually give you those, or some valuable resources. Could also be just a trap and goodbye, Quinn. I hope not, of course. Now, let's just send him on. He's still researching this. And Quinn? Stop this. I don't know why he's not stopping this now. He should. There it is. Perfect. Drafting him and undrafting him does the job, and off he goes. Now for this year we actually got a few goals, right? While the survival aspect itself is not that severe right now, also thanks to having some decent amount of food still at the end of winter. We still have 370 pickled vegetables. And yeah, soon we can start ramping this up again. I would like to continue here right away with something else, and that is another farm spot for grain, because with grain we can make so many more things than just food, right? We can make medicine, we can also make beer, we can also make coffee. So it's just lovely really to use this. Also, we've got the veggie ladder over there that I would like to use. We can also use this for farming, by the way, right? So it's a non-edible, the skin bark that we have, and with this we can then make a veggie ladder on a workbench. That's also something really nice to have. So let's go ahead and also get me a field going for this. We're getting a bit into the dry area there, so let's just be careful there. And these guys here we're probably going to cut into oblivion, or we just keep them as a decoration. I have no idea. Also, the trees are growing once more, right? So it's getting warmer now, and we get this constant supply of trees out of this. I would actually like to go ahead and make me a second field for this. Oh, wait a second. This is a bad area. Yeah, this is not, it's not the best area anymore. There is some spot, right? We could have it here as well, right? So it's kind of like a second field that is here with high fertility, that I would definitely like to get me going for some farming overall, right? And as you can see, Rita is starting with it. The farming season officially starts once more. Yeah, Quinn actually was at 94% brewing before he left off, so this is also something that we will have pretty soon. With that, we can have coffee and beer non-stop, so this is why we should have so much grain. Now, for the grain, I'm not entirely sure at the moment if aliens attack a grain storage if I have this, because I probably would like to have a bit more space for storage areas, right, where we can have just more stuff. So we could actually use this area here. I'm getting rid of my sleeping bags. All of them, right? These were, I mean, it's kind of like historic at this point, but this is where we started, right? And we are, yeah, basically now getting rid of that because I want to get a grain storage on its way. We're going to make it here because it's close to the kitchen there as well in my house, right? So it just makes sense to me in general to do this. And what I also want to have here then is, yeah, I'm going to increase that shelter there a bit, make it into a second area like this one here. Even though this is closed off actually. So I need to cancel this one once more, and we're going to make it like so. Alright, so here, and I can make a nice bigger storage area for grain and whatnot, so that we have more for winter as well. Alright, that field is coming along in the meantime. And we've also researched brewing. There it is, right? Great stuff. Something new. And also we researched the emergency rations, but this. And the fuel mix. Oh, there was a lot now. We just finished. And with that, nothing is in the queue right now. Distillation, wine making. Oh, yeah, I like that. But we need the berries. Once again, distillation uses grain then to make schnapps and other substances that we can have. What I like is the heat pumping. So some of you have been suggesting this already, and with that one we can actually have an air conditioning in winter, in summer, and a heater in winter, because it has a built-in thermostat. So let's go ahead and get me the heat pumping going. Oh, why does Jack have a meltdown? There's no reason for this. He's hungry, like he's always hungry. Food is in stock and he doesn't eat, right? He's hiding now. At least Jack is not really aggressive when he's having a meltdown, right? He either eats a lot of stuff or he's pretending to play games of various sorts. And he's also tired. And he's got some pain there. Why? Not like he... I don't know. Mild pain, that is. Can you... Oh, I cannot send him to sleep right now. Alright, Jack will just have to pretend play. The crash site. Doing so, I found the remains of a communications hub, and with some effort I was able to pull out an intact orbital radio core. With some research, it should be possible to use the core in the construction of orbital communication devices and contact any ships that pass near the planet. Sounds great. Also, this is coming along, and with that we can actually get the storage going, right? So this is then for basically grain. With under a roof that lasts infinite. So let's go ahead and build me one giant storage in the back, right? And we can then also build a second level of storage just over here. Oh, wait a second. The pillars that we have there, I think this is the one. Nah. Ah, this is a tricky area here. Just see, perhaps we can actually make this more efficient. Nah, this is fine as it is. This is going to provide a lot of shelter, and we still need room, of course, to pass through there as well to the area behind it. It's just this area here with that. I think that's not something I can actually fix so easily. We might have another shelter just here. Okay, Jack actually is back from the meltdown. He still has the pain, right? So please, Jack, are you going to sleep? Yes. And Rita, I'm going to wake you up. Rita usually is a good soul, right? She usually has high health amount, and we can then treat Jack with that, I guess, or we can't. Seems like we cannot do this right now. Does he not need treatment? Oh, it's a liver damage. Untreatable chronic disease. I'm sorry, Jack. This is bad. So he will have the mild pain now forever, it seems. It could heal by itself, but yeah, it's untreatable and chronic. So it's unlikely that it's going to heal by itself. Poor Jack. I hope we are not losing him. Alright, new day, new disaster. Metal-containing meteors fall to the ground, dealing damage in the blast area. Sounds fun. Very cold, by the way, right now, for spring. -8 right now. Having this cold snap is a problem, and it's also delaying my farming a bit. And why are we salvaging this one? I never ordered this. I want to keep that landing pod, obviously. Let's also just find us some other ones, right? Because we still, of course, have those debris. There is one. There is another one. And there is another one. Definitely want to continue scavenging those and yield some nice materials. Alright, also we need the turrets, of course. So I would like to have my first turrets somewhere here, right? With alloys we can do this, and another one on the other side. So I'm going to make a flooring here, so an elevated area, right? Let's also try to... Yeah, there is actually still some space, right? So, there you go. And this one actually we need to move a bit to the... not so close to the fence, because then aliens can actually attack it right away. So I'm actually going to make it a bit here. Much better. And on this we can then place a automated turret, right? So we can actually decide what we want to have here with missiles, a machine gun, and also a laser gun. And we do have the materials for all of this, since it requires CPU cores, and we have 6 of them available right now. And the thing is, we can actually have a couple of them on either platform. So automated turret, I would like to have one machine gun here, right? And another machine gun then here, but we need to get rid of that electric pole there, because this is in the way a bit. I don't think we need it there anyway. Actually, we do need to have it, so let's actually move it a bit further in the back. here. Yeah, close to that. That works out. And now we can have a second machine gun here. And as you can see, they have a pretty huge firing range. The cool thing about that is that if the aliens come from that side, for example, as well, it can already fire long before that. However, what we will need to do is we need to get rid of these bushes there, right? Because they're actually hiding those aliens. I'm doing the same thing here already. We're just going to make a bit more room so that my turrets can fire from afar, and probably also this one there, right? So no place to hide here in front of that. Very important. Alright, I think my storage is on the way. Perfect. So this is now everything for farming, right? So we're going to, first of all, just flat out, I'm going to disable everything, sorry, here. And then we're going to say, take grain in, right? And yeah, fruits probably not, but pickled vegetables is also something that we can do. The same goes with this one here. This actually can take a bit more. So here I would say take any kind of raw food. So this is kind of like my corn storage here that we have. And since there's going to be quite a bit of grain harvests, we do need the space for it. So that's the area then for it. And I'm also going to say, do we have it here? Do not take grain here anymore, and also not take grain here anymore, and storage for anything else that we have. Don't want to clog it up there too much. Same goes with this one. And the pickled vegetables I can actually keep in the freezer. Very good. Quinn is gaming again and researching, of course, sometimes, and he's researching the heat pump for us. Next up on the list, sensor device, battery optimization is super nice, and the brick building, right? With that we can upgrade our wooden structure to brick structures, which is way better for thermal insulation, both in winter and summer. So this is something I like, plus it's also looking just much nicer. And there's the orbital radio. It's time for space to know about us. We could build an orbital radio desk and connect it to one or more orbital antennas. This one actually costs lots of electricity. Material wise we would be fine. Let's go ahead and get it. And also there it is, my very first automated turret in all its glory. This is going to be juicy. Oh yes. This is going to be nice for any kind of attack coming in. Another thing we definitely should look out for is stone. I would like to upgrade my walls soon to stone walls. For that, yeah, we do need to get us a bit more stone. I think over here we had, yep, quite a bit of rocks, right? So let's just mine all of them whenever we have the time for it. Also, Quinn reached the max cap, intellect level 7. I wanted to see Ember. She's also not that bad with it. Having a second researcher is probably also a good idea. Ken is, by the way, also coming into Ken level, crafting level 10. That's something to have as well. So let's just check it out, what else we could actually do here. So we have now the limit for synthetic vest. Let's actually get me some 2 more out there again. The same goes with the boots and definitely the leggings there. Alright, since we have the machine guns and we have the resources, I would really like to go ahead and also get me a laser turret out of the way so we can build it then right next here. Oh, work area is blocked. Oh, no, I thought, okay, it's too small. This platform here is too small, so we do need to extend its range a bit. That we have then more room. And there it is, working now. And we can have the laser one as well. Heat pumping, there it is as well, a new tech that we have. And the cold snap finally is over. And with that we have some really beautiful 10 degrees. You can finally also enjoy the sun again outside. And yeah, of course, farming takes a lot of our time from now on again, right? So not only Rita is doing it, of course. We might need to have a look at the activities here so that not only Rita actually does also the harvesting, because it's just too much at this point. Unfortunately, yeah, only Daniel is at level 1 with the harvesting. And he's also not interested in that, right? So he's still going to get a bit of a priority there so that we have at least 2 people doing that. Oh, and also we got a mech core. And with that, the combat max that we have now as well. Only have one scavenge though so far. It's a nice new research that we unlock with that, but of course just one mech core is not going to cut it. Yeah, that's the harvesting. The planting, however, that's something, yeah, that also Daniel can do on a higher priority there. Might be something if it comes to that. Now, another thing about the cooking. I think we're overloading Rita there a bit, right? And the ranching then as well. She's just really good at those things. So in the beginning she was not very useful. Now she's extremely useful to us. Especially since she's so good at cooking and farming at the same time. But it might be a bit too much for one person. The others are helping a bit. Alright, the next research. The orbital radio is now on its way. And after that... there's the max that we have now. Hydroponic, that sounds good. I would also like to go for the carbon armor and the veggie armor at some point, but for that we need... Yeah, so let's have the battery optimization. Doubles the capacity for my batteries. That's just really nice. Also, the next laser turret in place. And I hope that we still have a positive balance then with all. Yeah. Right, these turrets really cost a lot of energy, so that's 40 each, so we do need more power there as well, power production. Probably with the wind turbines. Also very important, electronics crafting, we need to get started with that. And for this, we actually need to harvest some silicon first. And yeah, we do have these ore deposits here, this is ore. But we do need those silicon plants there. There it is, right? And we can actually go ahead and harvest just them, since they're growing again. Let's harvest the ones that are ready. So these here are ready. Very good. And Rita might actually do it, and she's already on it. Perfect. And this will be the first silicon. And with that also a new era begins, really. That of electricity, really of producing electronics. That's super important, right? We have it. So we should now be able to research it. There it is, electronics crafting. And you know what? I actually would like to put it into first in the queue, because we can start with that then right away. And this needs electronics and metal alloys. Right, so super important that we have now more metal alloys than in stock as ever. So we actually have a lot of metal scrap. There you go. Handling the furnaces is also a very important task. And having enough of that, plus the silicon will allow me to, yeah, produce electronics. Great. Now the day is over. Yeah, we're now in the middle of spring more or less, so it's cozy warm really. Also inside it's 40 degrees. So in that case, we probably would not want to have it that warm. We can turn off the heaters, right? The stone fireplace is also cooking still. Let's actually keep this running for a while, but we don't need the heating stove. Let's extinguish that. It's warm enough just by the normal yeah, insulation that we have, right? And these are actually turned off already. No, they're on. I thought I was actually already turned them off. Of course, that's super important, otherwise we're getting a heat stroke in here. That's quite the opposite of what I wanted to achieve. A bit of rain. Decreases happiness, I don't know why. Rain is beautiful. Just listen to the sound and relax with a good book. Would someone please turn off the heaters? Daniel, handle the heaters now. There you go. And with that, temperatures should be dropping now. 36 degrees. 35, 34, perfect. This one's still though cooking. Back. Offline now to 28 degrees, perfect. Also in the bedrooms, of course, because yeah, temperature gets transported to the other rooms. Alright, solar eclipse, 3 disabled devices, so my solar panels will not work now during that. What we can do actually is I can turn off my turrets, because they consume a lot of electricity, right? So we have a negative balance right now. As long as there's no attack, we don't need to activate them really. Very good. Handling the turrets and also constructing one. And low food supplies, we are going to ignore this. Alright, there's the attack. So we'll see our turrets in action then as well soon. Now we have a balance again. We need at least some positive balance there to, yeah, recharge the battery. And also my solar panels are not working right now. This is super bad for us, obviously. This is turned off, this is turned off, this is being constructed right now. And we're going to immediately turn it off then as well. My second laser turret that we have. We don't need them for now. I don't think really that my guys will need to defend themselves anymore. I think... Oh, crafting 10, perfect. Another skill maximized. I think we overdid it there a bit, right? We certainly don't need 4 turrets for a while. We'll just see how they handle themselves. But a combination of my guys plus the turrets should be fine. Oh, they're already attacking. That was quick. So let's turn on 2 of them. The lasers and the machine. Right, there it is. Both of them are turned on. Plus Jack is in action. Ember, where are you? You're also going up here. Real quick. They're already coming in. Plus the flamethrowers. It might be a bit much though. Get Ken over there too. It's a lot of them. Did not expect so many. Yeah, the integrity of the platform still holds. There you go. I think all of them are down. Yes, all of them are down. On draft. And please also turn off my turrets again. So that was their first test, right? Damage was a bit lower than expected, so we might actually need to activate all 4 of them in the future. Especially once the range damage animals come in. But for now, this is fine. Let's also butcher the ones, get me insect meat. That's great for synthetics. 20, it's 19 degrees outside right now, 26 degrees inside. Cozy, warm everything. And we're about to finish then also the electronics crafting. That's going to be great. How's my fields looking? I'm expecting some growth here now. Yes, I could fertilize them. So for that, we would need to find some manure. Oh, there's 900 OD manure ready for the harvesting here. That's a lot. And with that, we can actually fertilize this field here. And we're probably also fertilizing this field here. We need lots of grain, really. And I would like to push this. Not entirely sure that we need more cloth though, right? So I'm probably going to actually... actually changing its crop. Yeah, we could actually get silicone out of this. Or skin barks for the veggie. No, we already have skin barks. Smoke leaf. Let's go ahead with that. This is a luxury field, as we might call it. So this is really just for the fun. This is for food, and also for, yeah, veggie leather. This is something that we might change then depending on whatever we need the most. And perfect. Already fertilizing. Jack is getting some manure for the fuel, and Rita is getting it for the fields. Just how it's supposed to be. And this should lead to a nice boost in growth then for these fields here. Everybody's busy. Another day is coming to an end. Things are going smoothly right now, and we continue onwards in the next episode. Stay tuned!